will make their way from Tallahassee to Cary.
Expectations always high for this Florida State program. And why not when they picked up a little more hardware last season? They're your defending ACC champion.
Ball trying to find Jody Brown. Inside the net and in! A dream start for Florida State. Soaring to the lead. 2-0.
That strike.
And Chagini finishes. Florida State doubles its lead.
Big time block. Just unleashes it to the far post. And Roquet saving the day.
Brown's going to have a go at it. Eaglemark finishes it up. Finishes. Upper right 90, 4-1. North.
One more for Florida State. Olsen puts it home.
All right, everybody, welcome to the room. Welcome to those of you watching this live streaming. So Seminoles all over the country can join us. We appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being downstairs. I assume all the same people, but we'll see. I'll take a head count later. Thank you for coming tonight. And we're here for the very best of reasons to congratulate our undefeated and national champion soccer team. You know, it is indeed rare when you can relax, everyone could relax but Coach Penske, and watch the last 15 minutes of the NCAA soccer championships. And it is literally never that you get to do that in a match against Standford. Until last night, on behalf of all our fans everywhere, thanks for making it easy on our nerves, girls. We are so pleased to have been able to light this spear in your honor just now, and it will likely be dark when you leave, so players, make sure you take a picture of that flame burning brightly because you put it there. On behalf of everyone associated with Florida State, our city, our state, congratulations to you all. At this time, I'd like to reintroduce President Richard McCullough, and he'll come up and say a few words, and we got a better view now. You can see Dr. J now, our First Lady, if you'll stand up and wave. We like the nickname because it's stuck. It has kind of an athletic ring to it. President McCullough.
Wow. Welcome, everyone. What an amazing occasion. Absolutely amazing. I want to tell you about a couple of things. 27 Yankees. Steelers in the 70s. 1992. U.S. men's Olympic basketball team, the Dream Team. The 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s through all the way almost to 23, the U.S. women's Olympic soccer team. The NCAA women's soccer champions, your 2023 Florida State Seminoles, dominant. And if you don't think they were dominant, and I saw a few of you look at me funny, Dr. J and I were there. We were there in Cary. We saw the team be dominant. We saw them play in the championship, played a Standford team. I did my research. I've been the head of research at a lot of places. I'm a research guy, okay? I did my research. No one has scored over one goal on Standford all season long. Their average scoring ratio, I think, is 0.42 goals. Did you not read that before you played them? What happened? When at one point in the game, I thought you were going to just keep scoring goals. It's going to be like 10-0. I mean, it was incredible. The dominance was unbelievable. They say you need to know your audience. I don't think there's a women's soccer team in this United States that can even be on the same field with these people. They're unbelievable. We're so proud of you. So proud of you. The hard work that you put in, the dedication, the determination, your spirit, your grades. Yeah, I'm looking at you, B. Amazing, amazing. You have outcompeted tremendous opponents. And again, last night, you were dominant champions. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so proud. This is yet a small crowd of your great fans. There are people here who come to every single one of your games. They don't miss a single game. There are people that can't come to the games because they can't take it because they love you so much. Cherry. And this is how much you're loved, and we're so proud of you. And I'm glad that you're here with some of your fans so that you can experience that. Dr. J and I, of course, were so proud to be in Cary with you to watch you play. We were there for the semifinals, and we were there for the finals. And it was a joy, absolute joy. I don't know if you know this, but I've been president for a little over 2 years, and this is the second women's national championship since I've been the president. So I'm going to take presidential credit for 1% of this. It's been amazing. 4 championships. I would have to say, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you a modern dynasty. I want to thank all the players, coaches, and staff for your dedication. I know you worked so tremendously hard. Coach Pinsky. Well, it didn't take you long, did it? In the College Cup in your first year, a national champions your second year. Amazing, amazing coach. He took a situation where he came in and he knew that this team was your team. And he, as a coach, did everything that he could to make sure that you were successful in everything that you did. And he did it. He did it his way, but he did it your way. And it's just been amazing to watch. We couldn't be more proud of him. And I couldn't be more proud of not only Coach Pinsky, but Abby Pinsky, who's part of our family. Dedication that it takes. She's also part of the coaching staff. You may not know, but the things that she gets in there. She gets in there. You talk to the women here, and you will see that she gets in there. And so we appreciate it so much. I listen, I watch. I know this stuff. This is the reason I'm good at my job. I recognize amazing people. And we wouldn't be here without the two of you. And, you know, it was Michael Alford that identified you when we were looking for a new coach. And, you know, he and I sit down in my office, and we go through it. He brings me all the stats, and we looked at everybody. And we were so fortunate to bring you in. And I think you were all so fortunate as well. We have a lot of great assistant coaches. You may not know this, but Coach Pinsky came in and had to rebuild a whole entire program and bring in new assistant coaches. Bobby Shuttleworth, where are you? Oh, okay, there you are. Sorry, I didn't see you. Aaron Bruner. Andrew Hudson. Where are you? Where is he? I didn't see him. Okay, right back there. And the amazing staff. It has been no small feat to be building an airplane while you're flying it. And yet the team was in the College Cup, and if we were, I was there. Another 2 minutes, you would have been in the championship game. We just needed another couple minutes. They may want to extend soccer a little longer, so we would have, because you came roaring back, and that game was incredible. And then this year, just annihilated everybody that you played. I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you the facts. Okay, I follow this stuff, and it was amazing. I mean, nobody's scoring any goals on you, ever, hardly ever, unless they're really lucky. It's amazing. The offense, I love it when, we're ahead 5-0 or something. You kick the ball back and forth across the field a couple of times, and then you attack. I love that. There's no like, we're up 5-0. Why do we want to do anything? Let's just kick it back and forth. No, we're going in. We're going all in. And I see Jody Beata running down the field, outrunning everybody, now I'm naming people. Now I'm going to get myself in trouble. Joe Jordan, it's just amazing. And then attack on the goal. Leilani directing the general out there, making sure it gets done. It's amazing. It's amazing. Enjoy this. National championships are not easy to come by in any sport, ever. This is not easy stuff. Enjoy it. It's a big deal. And a couple of you experienced it a couple of years ago. This is not the kind of thing that happens very often to you in your life. It's a very, very big deal. So thank you for the triumph of your dedication. Thank you for your teamwork, your unconquered spirit. Your character represents what Florida State is all about. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the unrivaled, the undefeated, and the unconquered 2023 National Soccer Championship. Thank you. I don't think I'm supposed to do this, but I just want to say that hats off to Michael and Laura, everything you do for this university. Congratulations to you. Great job. Best athletic director by far in the world, probably. I don't know too many people outside the United States, but I'm just going to go with the world for tonight since I'm about it. So thank you for all you do, and congratulations to you as well. Go Noles.
It's always good when you make your president proud, and I think it's pretty clear that he's very proud of y'all, and all of us are. I'm glad he had segued into our Vice President and Athletic Director, Michael Alford. If you'll come on up. Laura, if you'll stand so people can see the biggest cheerleader that was out there on the other day. Michael Alford.
Congratulations, you guys. Truly amazing, as the president pointed out, the accomplishments you guys have. And you represent the epitome of excellence. This program, and really you guys, how you carry your life, how you do it in the classroom, how you do it off the pitch. You are the standard of excellence. You represent this university, this department. You are what we are striving to be across all of our programs. So my hat gets tipped off to you guys, just how you represent and how you represent us, the department, the university, and this community. So congratulations once again. The president and I talk about this a lot, and he'll laugh, but I'll go into his office. First words out of my mouth is, "Sir, winning is hard. It is really, really hard." And he'll look at me and he'll go, "Michael, winning's hard." And I go, "I know." But to do the way y'all did it, as the president pointed out, just dominating fashion. And not only did you think you might have had a bad game, we walked off going, "Yeah, we won 4-1. And I'll be talking to some of you, "Yeah, I should have done this. We didn't do this." And I'm like, you're pretty dominant out there during that fashion. And I want to go out right now, probably the most dominant team and one of the greatest teams in the history of Florida State, for sure, without a doubt. I'm going to say the greatest team in the ACC's Premier League of Soccer's history, without 100%, because to go through this conference undefeated and to set the records that you all set this year, truly remarkable. And I will say the greatest team in NCAA women's soccer history. Because you are the standard about how you live your life, as I mentioned, and I can't thank y'all enough. Brian, I want to thank you, Abby, as we pointed out earlier, just when y'all came into this community and the character you brought and the family values and the core values that you brought mirrored what the president and I talk about with the university, how we mission the same core values as the president with the university into our department, how we care, nurture, and really do everything we can to make sure that student-athlete experience while they're here is meaningful, that it leaves an impact. And I just want to thank you because you are truly leaving an impact on these young women, on this community, and on this department. You know, when we were going through the search, and I would go into the president and say, "Okay, here's who I'm talking to. Here's why I like this person. Here's why I like this person." It always comes back to me in any coaching search, but especially this one, was someone who has the highest character that you can find. Because coaching, not a problem. You're talking to a former ACC Coach of the Year, a former SEC Coach of the Year, a former National Coach of the Year, a former SEC champion. Coaching was not an issue. But when I got to meet him and Abby and got to know the family, I knew that he would come in and really change the culture and help us change the culture and mirror into the department, the university. Just the impact he would leave, not only on us, but on this program and on these young women's lives, and having cared about them as much as he does and Abby does, truly was the deciding factor. I knew he would win, but I said, this man's high moral character and core ethic values are just something that really stands out. So I just want to thank him from the bottom of my heart for coming, believing in our vision of what we were wanting to do, not only with this program, but the department and the university, and coming and being a part of this great community. So thank you, Brian. And congratulations to the staff. It is one of the best assembled staff because they mirror Brian's core values. When you go out to practice or just be around and talk to them, just first words of their mouth, and this is honest, is, Beata, by the way, I looked at that 98, we got to pick it up a little bit. All hundreds and a 98, you know what I mean? But listen, when you talk to the coaching staff, in the first word, they don't talk about the performance on the pitch. They don't talk about what's going on. It's more about talking about what's going on in these young ladies' lives and the character they bring out. That is always the first conversation with Brian and with this staff, and that's something that's very admirable about how they care about these young women beyond the pitch. And so thank you guys for that culture as well. But enough there. I want to introduce Coach Penske, who just won his first national championship.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. First, on behalf of these 21 women and our coaches, okay, we want to thank you guys for making them feel the way they should feel, and that is special. So thank you for making them feel special. We appreciate you endlessly, so thank you. And then Michael just alluded to it, right? Our staff, right? And just when I sat down 20 minutes ago, I looked to my left, and now they disappear. Oh, there they are, right? We have our student trainers here, right? And they're a part of our family, right? Everybody is within our family, right? I see Tim Hoffman here, our media relations person. 10 feet behind Tim. And when I got here, a lot of talk about, you know, the transition and things, right? There were two women who were currently in that moment and in that time running this program, right? Elisa Angeles, who is straight in the back. And Alora Sullivan. And I am lucky for a lot of reasons, okay? But these two women are literally priceless. They're literally priceless. They are phenomenal. Alora is our athletic trainer, unequivocally the best athletic trainer I've ever been around. And Elisa is our strength coach, unequivocally the best strength coach I've ever been around. But their feel for people, right? And knowing people. And they can both be their friends when they need to be their friends, and they can be their moms when they need moms, and they can be their freaking hammers when they need to be their hammers, right? And that's not easy, right? Finding that balance is not easy. So being great at their jobs, but being also great human beings and knowing how to care for them and take care of them and keep this thing together, right? So forever grateful. The three of us had a special moment, right? I hope we didn't hurt anybody, after the ACC final, right when it went to a final, the three of us, you know, kind of were giving headbutts to each other and hugging, and I was trying to thank them so dearly. And we had that same opportunity last night, right? For me to say thank you, because I am forever grateful for the two of you. So thank you. And then we have many others, right? Obviously, my coaching staff, phenomenal, luckiest guy in the world as it relates to them. And like Michael just talked about, right? The soccer was going to be the soccer, but in terms of those guys caring for you guys, endlessly special, right? We have Juan and Oliver and John, who have been our analysts. And these guys, and again, talk about behind the scenes, right? We'll finish a game at 9 o'clock, and these guys, I don't even know. I don't ask because I don't want to know because I feel badly. They're in the office till wee hours of the night cutting up all of our video. And if you could see the video that we get X number of hours later, right? And these guys, when we come in the next morning, they give us the video and they are half asleep, right? Because they've been cranking out all the video, right? Or special documents, or special, looking at special things about an opponent or about within our team. Endlessly appreciative of the work that you guys do, okay? So thank you. obviously, here we are. We're at a university. We're at a school. We go to class. We take exams. Lauren Day helps that, right? She just started exactly 14 months ago with our team, right? She was a former student athlete herself, nice and a lot younger than me, and so can connect and relate with the players, and I think is really, really quickly. She followed someone who had been here for a long time, right? Hard job. But she has enmeshed within our team very seamlessly and quickly, and I know our players have responded to her. So thank you, Lauren, for all you do. And right to her right? And what makes this program so special, and trust me, I walked into it, okay? And I'm just trying to stay out of the way in a lot of ways. Right? Because what Mark Krikorian created here is not normal, okay? So, our nutritionists, right? How we sleep, how we recover, how we eat, how we hydrate, all of it matters. All the details matter. Because when we talk about now 4 national championships in 10 years in the modern era of college soccer, not normal. Right, we all know that North Carolina's won 22, okay? But when we talk about the modern era, right, there were 2 teams with 3 national championships, right, behind Carolina. Now there's 1 team with 4 behind Carolina. That other team, right, for those that don't know, Standford, right, and again, I've been at Tennessee, I've been at Maryland, watching these programs, right? In the last 15 years, it's been Florida State and Stanford. What Paul has done at Stanford, phenomenal. What Mark had done here, phenomenal. 3 national championships apiece. And then last night happened. Right? So 4 in 10 years, it's not normal. And so we can't take it for granted. And when I say we, it's all of us, but it's also these players, right? I remember last year we were about to our last regular season game. We needed to beat Virginia Tech. If we beat Virginia Tech, we are going to be ACC regular season champions. And I told that to the team in our little video room, and they couldn't have cared less. And I'm sitting in the back like, whoa, standard's pretty high. And that is no joke. I remember it was you, Roque, who was like, well, I don't care, you know? And then I told them, I said, hey, guys, guess what? That's only been done 4 times in the history of this program. And they're like, maybe that's kind of interesting, right? And we did it, right? And then they did it again this year, right? They've won 10 out of 13 ACC championships. Not normal. Duke's a good program, right? Phenomenal program. A ton of Elite Eights in the last X number of years. They've never won an ACC championship because it's that hard. 4 ACC teams in the Elite Eight this year. If we include Stanford, soon to be in the ACC, that's 5. 1 year ago, 5 of the Elite Eight were ACC teams. So winning an ACC regular season championship or winning a tournament mirrors winning a national championship. It's a big deal. So if you've won 10 out of 13, that's a big deal. However, if you're sitting here and we have about 5 or 6 of them who have won 4 consecutive ACC tournament championships. Not normal, right? And can't be taken for granted. And those same individuals have been to 4 straight college cups. So you get into talking about standards, and I'll get back to that, okay? But all that winning happens with all the people behind the scenes. So sitting next to Lauren are and you're not going to believe this, are two nutritionists, Kieran and Keelan, a boy and a girl. And again, going back to, it's the care factor. How good are you at your job? But how much do you care? Right? And they were with us all weekend, and they made sure that our players were eating right, hydrating right, and fully prepared to do the job Friday night, to do the job last night, okay? Because they care, and our players trust them. So thank you guys for what you do. Right, and then there's everything we do, right? We have a bus, we have a plane, we have this, we're dealing with a restaurant here or there, whatever the case may be. A lot of logistical stuff goes into what we do, right? And if I don't hear from Sarah Buckley, life is good, right? It just means things are getting done, right? And with Sarah Buckley, our director of ops, things get done, right? So Bucks, thank you for all you do. And next to Bucks is the famous Red Lightning. We were in an airport, I don't know if that was coming back from Texas maybe, and we were walking in the airport, and a pilot walked by me really fast. He had his bag, and he was dragging his bag, and he kept turning around looking back. And then all of a sudden he's like, "Is that Red Lightning back there?" I was like, "It is." He does a U-turn, and he goes back because he needs a pic with Red Lightning. Okay. Well, you see these shirts that our players are wearing right now, right? They say FSU. They say national champions. They have a soccer ball on them. They have not 3 stars, but 4 stars. They were waiting for them when they got back today because of Frankie, right? You talk about caring endlessly and deeply about his job and about these players. To die for. Frankie and I have had to have a couple of heart-to-hearts about, yo, man, go easy on those refs. But I always have a little bit of time for that passion, right? We just got to find where that line is and not cross it, right? But forever thankful for you, Frankie, and all you do for our players. So Janine Lalick is the sport administrator for our sport. A little birdie told me that you were responsible for those fire trucks and that water shower that we got today coming in at the airport. You were responsible for the send-off that our players deserve last week, right? And then you're probably responsible for this tonight, right? Because you know what good looks like, and you know how these players should be cared for and respected and treated and all of it, right? And Janine and I worked together at Tennessee. And I remember when Janine called me a year and a half ago, and she was shortly after I had gotten here and was talking about coming here. And it was about 3 months later where I was in Michael's office and said, "Hey, how about I get a new boss?" And he was like, "Yeah, well, just work with me in time. And Janine's my boss, and she's a great friend. Actually, in this order, Janine is a very good friend of my wife. They might like wine together, okay? So that's the most important thing about Janine, okay? And then she's a decent boss, okay? So thank you for all you do for our players, Janine. And then Michael and Laura, thank you for this opportunity, right? I didn't know if I wanted this opportunity, okay? But eventually decided that I did and wanted to take a little bit of a leap of faith and take a risk and put myself out there. And we say it to our team all the time, be brave, right? And we decided to be brave and come here, and you decided to be brave and hire me, and I appreciate that. Laura, the way in which you've endeared yourself to Abby came here with no children, because all of our children went off to college, and she came here with no friends, and she had a lot of dear friends in Knoxville. And that was not easy. And I was telling a story last night when I told Abby, I said, okay, we're moving to Tallahassee. And she was dehydrated from all the tears in less than 5 minutes, right? However, Laura, you and Janine and Cindy Hartman and several others have been so great to her, and so thankful for that. So thank you, Michael and Laura. And then, Mr. President and Jay, equally wonderful, and learned all I needed to know about you when we met for the first time, and you were literally telling me every player's name on the team and basically how good they were, and with specific details, right? And that, too, is not normal, okay? Right? I've been to a couple of universities and plenty of presidents who can't name one player on our team, okay? So not normal, okay? So endlessly appreciative of you guys and coming to our games, coming to the College Cup 1 year ago, coming back to the College Cup this year, and you've been good to us, and we're grateful. Thank you. And it's hard to be a coach, but it's a lot harder to be a coach's wife. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot. And Abby and I got married August 1st, 1998, went on a honeymoon, and on August 11th, I started my coaching career, college coaching career, right? And so 26 seasons later, right, you have stuck with me and dealt with me, right? And even when I'm home, right, the number of times I've heard the words, "Can you please stay off your phone?" Right? It's unfortunately has been some white noise at times, right? But she was just trying to get me to be a good dad, right? And it's hard because you want to be good and you want to do right by these players. But a lot of alone days and nights as a single mom of 3 kids. And our kids are pretty good kids. And it's all because of you. So thank you so much. And then to the 21 women sitting in front of me, if you guys were here in the spring, you heard me say this, and I will say this forever, okay? And I have stolen it from another coach, okay? That there are 2 types of coaches. Coaches of great players and ex-coaches. And I am a coach of 21 phenomenal players. Who live up to this standard every day. And that is not easy, right? We all go out to practice every day. We see the College Cup logos. You see the national championships. It's everywhere. 3 stars, right, on our jerseys. It's everywhere. We have people in this room that were responsible for 0 stars. We had some that were responsible for 1 star, right? The standard is not normal. The success is not normal. The standard is not normal. And having to meet it and meeting it every year, that's not normal. But they have done it. And Michael alluded to the 4-1 game, and these players, beating themselves up, beating each other's up, beating us up, and that's no lie. right? You guys remember our video session the morning after Miami, right? We won 2-0. We were 8-0-1. I think we were ranked number 2 in the country, and you might have been in a morgue. And that is no lie. I think it was gray outside. It was gray in that video room, okay? And we were all those stats. Then 4 days later, we went to play at Louisville, and I had to do this whole Excel sheet with stats, trying to convince them that they were good, right? And this is what we're doing this year. This is what we did in 22. This is what the 21 team went. And they were like, maybe we're not so bad. I'm like, yeah, we're all right. We're not bad, right? However, okay, so we were dealing with a lot of talent, and we were dealing with a lot of determination, okay? But we came out of a springtime where it was rough. We didn't win many games. We didn't win a game until the end of the spring. Last game against Auburn, 1-0. Now, we were playing professional teams, but still the standard is the standard. Right? You're at a place where they've beaten all those pro teams before. So 8-0-2, then 8-0-1, then 9-0-1, then I believe 10-0-1, and then we played Notre Dame. And I think we were both tied first place in the ACC. Right? And we smashed them. Right? 4-1. A very good team. Very well coached, a lot of talent. We were just phenomenal that night. And in my opinion, that's the night where the belief really began for these players. All of a sudden, they were looking around in our post-game huddle thinking, we're actually not that bad. We're actually pretty good. Maybe this team can do something special. Right? And then for the first time in my career, Nate Norman, who is a good friend of mine, he coaches Notre Dame. These players were stretching in their circle. He came over and told them, I think maybe 1 or 2 other times in my career have I played against a team like yours. You guys were so dominating. That was impressive. Right? And then we went on and played Pitt, and we played Duke, and we played NC State. And then all of a sudden, we were the champs of the regular season, all right? And so the belief continued to go. And I use sometimes the acronym TBD, right? To be determined. However, in some of these interviews and talks I've had to do, I've also changed TBD to talent. I'm going to skip to the D, okay? We've had talent. We've had determination. But then over the course of the season, the belief was built. And when you mirror those 3 things, talent, belief, and determination, you can be pretty good, right? And last night, right, you talk about the Notre Dame game, 4-1, right? Dominating fashion. Last night, right, and Beata's addressing the team before the game, and she's looking around, and she's like, this is the best night ever, and I don't want this to end. And so if you ever measure determination, right, as talented as we are and as much belief as we had, this team's mission and determination to win was unlike anything I've ever seen. And so the best coaching job I've ever done was staying the heck out of their way. Because they were going to do it. And even last night, when we gave up a goal, make it 2-1, when all of a sudden it's like we're in total control of this game, all of a sudden, out of nothing, it's 2-1. Raise your hand if you're a little nervous. Yeah, some hands goes up. None of these. They got together. They sorted it out. 10 minutes later, it's 4-1. It's over because they got it. Because they were not going to be denied. They were on an absolute freaking mission. Right? So I remember a president saying it about 10 years ago about the U.S. women's national team. Right? They're a bunch of badasses. Well, guess what? Absolute freaking badasses. that absolutely were not going to be denied. TBD. All right, without further ado, I'm going to bring up a couple of badasses. Couple women who I got to make sure my I's are dotted and my T's are crossed. Otherwise, they're coming for me, okay? Actually, hold on. I just spotted Richard. What's up, Richard? Yeah, you're Richard. Richard's turning around. Remember, Richard, you felt like a 10-year-old, right? I'm going to talk about Richard. Richard came up to me, and Richard embodies what Florida State supporters are about. Richard has his soccer ball right there. He came up and he asked for my autograph, and we're talking about the game last night. Richard couldn't find the game on the TV, and then he had a hard time, I think, finding the radio version on our website. And then Richard went to Stanford's website, and he found the radio version of the game on Stanford, and he listened to the game. Stanford radio calling the game, didn't watch the game, listened to the whole thing. If that doesn't embody, right, or define total Seminole pride and passion and support, I don't know what does. So, Richard, that touched me. Thank you. And then the best part was Richard saying that the announcers midway through the second half were pretty broken. They were pretty broken. So, all right, without further ado, Beata Olson and Leilani Nesbitt.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot. No, but first off, I think I can say on behalf of our whole team, thank you so much, everyone, for coming out. I know we talked about, right now, Brian mentioned the Seminole Pride, and we feel that every day, every game we play, whenever you guys come up to us or we bump into you or seeing you guys here now, it means so much, and we could not do it without you. Also, thank you, obviously, to Michael Alford and President McCullough and all of your families. And biggest thank you probably to the whole coaching staff, to Brian, all of our assistants, everyone around. Brian mentioned everyone so well. We could not do it without everyone here. And I know that this whole team has a lot of love for you guys, and we feel the love that you give us, so thank you so much.
Guess it's my turn. Beata covered it all. Thank you guys for being here. Genuinely, it means the world to us. There's no surprise that a lot of us are from places all over the world, so our families watch from a distance, and they can do their best from supporting from a distance, but having a family like you guys to cherish forever for the rest of our lives means so much. The relationships that we've been able to build with each and every one of you means the world to us, so thank you so much. Obviously to our incredible coaching staff and to everyone that Brian listed. Everyone on this team can go around and say something different of how each and every one of them has impacted and touched our lives, and they are everything. This team is everything, and thank you guys for your continuous support. It means the world.
Let's see if this is going to work here. Check, check, check. Oh, good. All right, I'm going to ask them each a couple of questions, and then we'll dismiss. So, Beata, take us back to the first days of practice. What were you thinking, and did you know right away, sounds like you didn't, what this team could be?
Yeah, I think, obviously now we thanked everyone working around us. I think, I have to thank our team first off, because I had a feeling first day of practice. I was like, wow, we have not just an extraordinary team, but every individual on this team knows how to play football, soccer, maybe football too, we don't know. But yeah, everyone here has something to contribute with on the pitch. That's super special. And I saw that straight away. And I knew from all the players I played with before that we could do it. However, the people who came into this program as well, we are way more than just players, we're also characters, and that is what built over the season. So I feel like I saw it from the beginning, that we could do this. However, I was pleasantly surprised during the course of the season to see that we could build together and become like a force, which we did. I think that Brian mentioned it as well with the Miami game. We were disappointed with how we were playing, and I think that says a lot about us. But I saw it from the beginning that we could do it. I think we all had faith in it, but it absolutely grew stronger during the season. Yeah.
Curious, Leilani, if going undefeated at some point became a goal, maybe when we got around mid-season, and did you talk about it either way? And do you realize what you just achieved?
Yeah, I mean, there's been conversations even just recently since we've gotten back, and it's just like, dude, we just won a national championship, you know? And it's like, hold on. We also are 4-time ACC champions, and it's like, oh shoot, we also won the regular season this year, and like to go 3 for 3 in our conference, in this league, and just nationwide, just really shows the grit, the determination, and the level of care that this program has. And there's some really good teams in the ACC. There's some really good teams around the country, and I don't think the scoreline last night really reflected how good of a team Standford is, you know. And Brian talked about what they've been able to build and kind of going tit for tat with us and Standford over the years, like just two really, really incredible programs with a lot of talent. But yeah, it's kind of incredible, yeah, to put it all into perspective.
One more for you. So you had the breakaway goal when Stanford had just gotten back in the match at 2-1. Take us through that goal, and you know, do things slow down for you? Do you hear the crowd as you're going for the ball? Just, are you even breathing? I mean, what happens?
I think in that moment, there was like not a lot going through my brain. And I know that everyone that's played sport, you know that when you're doing and playing your best, you don't really think. You just do it by action. And that's what happened in that moment. I saw it happening. I got that ball from Jordan. I saw Mimi do the work before. And I was like, okay, it might be a goal. I think so. I was running, made a goal, and I don't think I've ever been happier. I'm not going to lie. That was incredible, yeah.
And one last question for you. As we mentioned, it's pretty unusual to feel as at ease in a big lead with the clock running out. That doesn't happen very often. But describe how it felt as a player, as you had 5 or 6 minutes to really realize it's happening.
Yeah, honestly, you know, me and Beata were joking about it yesterday. We were kind of figuring out how much time is enough time for a team to come back and score 4 goals. I don't know if you guys watched the BYU-UNC game. You know, once you see, you know, 3-0, you're like, okay, cool, game's done. I turned it off. I was over. It was like, the game's done. So hold on. It's 3-1. It's 3-2, 3-3. And then, you know, BYU ended up winning that game. So I was kind of doing a lot of math, which is weird because I'm not good at that. Kind of trying to figure out, okay, if the ball leaves the goalkeeper's foot, how long will it actually take for it to get into the goal? And if they do that 4 times, would that lead up to like 8 minutes? And, you know, so that's kind of what was going through my mind for most of it, doing a lot of fractions and Pythagoras theorem, all that good stuff. Yeah. Just I failed math class. No, but sports management. I don't know, but genuinely, it was an incredible experience, and you know, even going down 2-1, there was never any doubt, you know, and obviously we had some great players step up in different ways. I think we had, 4 out of the 5 goals were from different players, different contributors, and that just kind of resembles this entire team. You got players to play their role and step up in any way that they can and just want to contribute, you know. Shout out to our players who have consistently came off the bench and have given us a spark that we've always needed. Shout out to our 2 cripples who have thugged it out with us, and you know, being injured is tough, but they continue to have belief, obviously have talent, and like, Brian said, just are determined to get back and be a part of this team. But what they've done for this program, even under the circumstances, is second to none. So thank you too. And just obviously this entire team, it's special, and to share that moment with them, it was a special one for me, and I've already been a part of it. I'm old and have been here for 5 years, but it was an incredible moment. Genuinely wouldn't have wanted to do it with anyone else. To the coaching staff, you guys have changed my life for the better, so thank you guys. I appreciate you. Beata, it's been an incredible journey with us, and we've had some tough conversations, but we've thugged it out, and we've believed in this program and everything, and sharing that with you guys is going down in history. I don't know how to word this. With the best day of my life is going. You get it, all right.
I wasn't sure I was ever going to get the microphone back, but I did. So it's been a tremendous evening. A worthy celebration, as a lot of people have mentioned. I do want to congratulate all you in the back. The environment at our home soccer matches is phenomenal. Your support is phenomenal. Our athletic department needs all the support it can get. Seminole Boosters Incorporated, you can help by donating to Seminole Boosters Incorporated. There's other innovative ways to support the programs and the student athletes, and you do such a great job of it, but I'm sure, and I know you've heard it here before, how much they appreciate coming out to a full stadium and a raucous crowd, and how much the other teams hate it. And you talked about abnormal things, Coach, a lot of abnormals. It's not normal for a pilot to recognize red lightning in an airport. I can tell you that right now. So without further ado, congratulations. We'd like the team to come up and turn this way for a photo, and go Noles.
Hey, Rob, hide the mic. Good. Pretty good there.
Champions are proud here in Cary, North Carolina for the 11th time this year. The 4th straight College Cup appearance for the 3-time national champion Seminoles.
Our Lions beat us.
They have been dominant all season long, and it's not just one player. It is a multitude of players.
ACC rivals facing off in our first semifinal.
Tough moments, right? Chest out, wear it. You're together as a team. You guys are back here again, man. You guys have so much experience. All of you have been here so many times, right? Rely on that.
Florida State kick us off in the 2023 NCAA Women's College Cup.
Mix, and this is the pace that Florida State is going to want to play out throughout this 90 minutes.
Roque comes out to grab it. This experience for the senior in goal.
And it's the Florida State Seminoles up 1-0 heading to halftime.
Off we go for the second half.
Shifted the momentum after that first goal. Now the pressure coming fast and furious, so typical of this Seminoles offense. difficult right now for the Tigers.
This could be Jordan Dudley time. Dudley on the breakaway for Florida State. Takes her shot!
Makes no mistake about it. Top corner says thank you very much. 2-0 the Seminoles, and really start to put this game out of reach.
Clears it out with some authority. Words could be used to describe this Florida State team this season. Dominant, aggressive, high scoring. What a run. What a dynasty developing at Florida State, making their 4th championship appearance in the last 5 seasons. Seminoles moving on. Dudley to give Florida State the lead. She got it. Florida State again. For the Seminoles. Watch out here. Olsen off the ball from Dudley. Olsen! Florida State retakes the 2-goal lead. Here is Olsen. Finding some room to move. Has Brown. That's where she goes. Brown! Give her another! Florida State on fire in the national championship. They keep missing play for the Seminoles. Still in the box. And Chiquini after 4 is 5 for Florida State as the Seminoles win their 4th national championship.